Didn't see you there, Jack Schultz. This is my ranch, and today I'm going to talk about one of the biggest problems facing ranchers in Montana, brucellosis, or as it's known around common terms, contagious abortions or Bang's disease. Brucellosis is caused by a bacterium called Brucella abortus, and it's really not good. What it does is it can cause within the 5th to 8 months of pregnancy in cattle, can cause these spontaneous abortions, which is no good when you're trying to sell the cattle like we are. That's big money. Also, the cattle that have these aborted calves, they have infected milk and are basically no good after that. So it's a lot of money down the drain. And me as a rancher, I don't want to see this ever. But anyway, let's go take a look at the cows.
In this video, we will be discussing the transmission of brucellosis. In other words, how the disease is spread from animal to animal. The Brucella abortus microorganism enters the host through either a mucous membrane, an open wound, conjunctivae, or intact. In an infected host, the Brucella abortus microorganism is often found in the uterine discharge, aborted fetuses, or fetal membranes of the infected animal. The most common form of transmission for cattle is through consuming infected feed or water. This involves any feed or water that has touched any sort of uterine discharge, aborted fetuses, or fetal membranes from an infected animal. Besides consuming infected food or water, there are several other alternative ways that the disease could be transmitted. Another alternative form of transmission is through the venereal transmission from an infected bull to a susceptible but uninfected cow. This, however, is a rather rare occurrence and has not been shown to cause very many cases of brucellosis in cattle. While it is rare, it is very important to ensure that if you ever do purchase new cattle or bulls, that they are brucellosis free, as you do not want your herd to get infected. It is important, however, to remember that not only cattle can carry the brucellosis disease. In our area, moose, elk, deer, and bison can all carry brucellosis. Another alternative pathway for transmission of brucellosis is the licking of genitalia of an infected animal.
Yuck!
Also, brucella have been found in fetuses and manure that have stayed in a cool environment for over 2 months. This is important because during calving season in the winter, when you would be expecting these animals to be having their calves, it is quite cool. So if there was an abortion caused by brucellosis, these potentially dangerous microorganisms could last for quite a while.
Now, there is no treatment for brucellosis. Once it is contracted by the animal. So the only effective means for control are vaccines. And vaccines are generally given when you either buy new cattle or when you have a calf. And it's good to make sure that you go ahead and give them vaccinations. Vaccinations are given to calves, and you usually treat them for strains of Brucella abortus strain 19 or RB51. This gives the calves an increased resistance to the disease, and they no longer have that high risk of the infection, because this is a highly virulent disease. Also, just make sure that you're trying to keep animals off your property about as well as you can. Elk are a very good spreader of this disease, as I talked about before. So anyway, keep your animals safe, vaccinate for brucellosis. I'm Jack Schultz. Have a nice day.